to the draft.
Team ban.
As we said, Bendover actually chose to pick second. So I see Ganja Ninja pointed out the Call of Duty mousepad. Fortunately, here in Cybersports League, we explore all walks of gaming. But forgive the mousepad. Alright, and now into the draft. First ban, Tinker by the Extremers. Kind of a strange ban for the first ban, whereas Faceless Void is very predictable.
10 seconds.
Moving into the second ban, you'd expect Rikimaru, the way things are going right now, and Nature's Prophet. Well, they've done some research because they must know the very famous Ara plays a mean Nature's Prophet. Now into the first pick. An Abaddon. Not exactly a common pick. Very defensive support. He's amazing at what he does, but instant response by Bendover with Darkseer Spirit Breaker combo. It's a nasty combo to fight against. We don't see it that much in the meta, but you know, Iron Shell on Spirit Breaker just running at you is not something that's very fun to play against. Abaddon really good defensive support to counter stuns, whereas Bendover haven't picked any yet. Maybe don't want to play into that. And a Beastmaster. This one's a much more common pick by the Extremers. I mean, one of the top picks right now in Dota 2, frankly speaking. And very versatile. You can play him off lane, you can play him mid. I don't know about safe lane. He can transition to the jungle. Just a very good all-round hero right now. A Viper ban. Very all-round, the bans by Bendover. It's not like they're targeting one lane. They've banned a support, they've banned an offlaner, and they've banned a mid so far. But I would say that maybe Faceless Void and Viper fall into the bracket of lane dominators. Faceless Void is one of the top offlaners. He's very hard to kill. Really good at doing what you're supposed to do in the offlane. That's getting any sort of farm and getting the experience most. Whereas Viper is just purely a lane dominator. Not many heroes beat Viper 1v1. Moving on. The third ban of the Extremers. Now, I'm wondering why they banned Tinker first. Okay, now here's a lone Druid ban. So they were expecting a lone Druid mid, I'm guessing. And that's not something they want to face again. The only reason I'm saying that is because Darkseer is certainly off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
So guys, give us your feedback.
5 seconds remaining.
We will be enlarging the draft window upon your request, my friend. Raka. Here you go. Now we've got the full draft window. And yeah, so Death Prophet ban by Bendover. So now they're clearly targeting mid heroes. And they still haven't picked their own. So let's see which direction they go here. I know KK Zor plays a very good Invoker. That could be the option. To be honest, I think KK Zor is the Karate Kid in Bendover's team right now. Could be the exclamation mark, but I'm pretty sure he's the Karate Kid. On to the fourth ban of the Extremers. So they know Bendover have a position 4 and a position 3. They should be looking to possibly ban another mid hero and possibly ban a hard carry. They go here. Interesting. The Abaddon pick really does interest. Pick. You don't. I mean, in terms of international stage, the only person you see pick Abaddon this early is probably PPD, and not everyone can be PPD, right? So I mean. So it's a
team
life
pick.
stealer. They ban a hard carry. He can also be an off-lane life stealer, but I doubt they were even expecting that with Darkseer already being picked. On to the third pick for Bendover.
10 seconds remaining.
What are they
5
gonna? I
seconds
doubt they're
remaining.
gonna show their hand early. They might pick
Reserve
a
time.
mid right now if they feel comfortable enough with the mids they've already banned. I think they'll save their... Yeah, there we go. There's the KK Zor Invoker that I was just talking about. Very very well versed with the hero. And we might be... I mean, the most of the Invoker games I've casted for KK Zor in the past had been pre-nerf.
10
But I'm
seconds
pretty
remaining.
sure his Invoker is still very, very hard to deal with.
5 seconds remaining.
How will the
Reserve
extremers
time.
deal with this? I mean, their mids have been banned. The dominating mids pretty heavily. They do have an Abaddon who is a babysitter. He can babysit whoever does choose to face KK Zor in mid, at least for part of the game, but they will be sacrificing one of their other lanes if they do something. And a Dragon Knight facing up against the Invoker in mid.
Radiant team pick.
Interesting. I mean, this is a lane that Invoker will dominate until Dragon Knight gets to something like level 4, level 5. Then he gets his Breathe Fire farm anyway, and he can manage to
10
catch up
seconds
slightly,
remaining.
and then, you know, you go straight to pushing towers, your Dragon form.
5 seconds
So,
remaining.
not a bad pick. They've got,
Reserve time.
so far I like their lineup. They have some ganking potential, definitely a lot of ganking potential with Beastmaster. They have very defensive support with Abaddon, which doesn't necessarily look great against the lineup of Bendover, but then again, why would it if they picked it first? Bendover are not playing into the Abaddon by picking stuns, hoping to run over them. I'd be expecting a position 5 here by Bendover. Position 4, position 5. Variating with the third breaker. Guys, give us your feedback in terms of sound quality and anything. If there's anything you guys think needs improvement, then please let us know. Work on it. And a Timber Saw. Well.
Dire team pick.
I'm guessing this is a safe lane Timber Saw. So, pretty greedy, I'd say, by Bendover, but how are they gonna punish this? I mean, they don't have much magic damage coming out of their team right now, so Timbersaw is pretty much immortal
5 seconds remaining.
unless extremers pick some heroes to deal with this guy right now.
Reserve time.
Not sure exactly will play the Timbersaw. I'm guessing it's Super Ruddy. I'm guessing Super Ruddy will be playing the
10
Timbersaw.
seconds remaining.
I mean, Ara'a has been known to... And... Brow.
Radiant team back.
Whoa. That's mind-blowing, to be honest. I did not see a Drow strat coming in any way, shape, or form with 3 melee heroes, 3 melee strength
10
heroes
seconds
so far
remaining.
in their draft. I mean, I know there's Dragon form and then attacks become
5
ranged,
seconds
but
remaining.
that... I honestly, I'd go out to say that even Ara is really
Reserve
confused
time.
right now. Maybe this is some kind of pocket strat that I'm not sure about, but it seems like a very strange pick. Questionable to say the least. Let's see what their last pick is and their last ban. So Bendover right now are gonna be looking to ban... Yeah, the Vengeful usually goes hand in hand with the Drow. She rescues the Drow a lot, her aura stacks with the Drow. It's a pretty good ban. And they're also looking for position 4/5. So
10 seconds remaining.
let's see now.
5 seconds remaining.
They should be looking to ban a support here. And there's the line. The most picked hero post-patch right now. In pubs, at least. And what is this last pick gonna be? They need the magic damage, which they really lack right now. They need a ranged hero.
Reserve time, 5 seconds remaining.
Witch Doctor.
There's a witch,
Radiant team pick.
that's not the magic damage they were looking for. That's full damage coming out of the Death War. I just wonder. I like the draft, but the drow makes little sense to me. And Winter Wyvern completes Bendover's lineup, which I definitely favor here. Ara on the Winter Wyvern, and it is a super ruddy on his Timber Saw. Alright, interesting stuff. Darkseer will be played by Meteor Bob, and we are gonna go picking, handling the draft and picking Abaddon first for himself. This is a best of one, guys, double elimination up until the final, which will then be a best of 3. So no team is going home after one game today, but they will be pushed down to the lower the bracket if they lose.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Exciting stuff. Let's get to it with the introductions. We've got the customary pause, of course. This is just Dota Reborn stuff, guys. We've got EXS Aboud on the mid Dragon Knight. Happy on what seems to be the offlane Beastmaster. 1437 on the questionable Drow. T-King on the Abaddon, and Dendi. Yes, guys. No, not really. But Dendi on the Witch Doctor. And over here, our previous 2-time finalist Bendover. We have Panda in Disguise on the offlane Darkseer. Meteor Bob on the Spirit Breaker. KK Zor on his patented Invoker. The very famous Ara on the Winter Wyvern. And Super Ruddy on the exclamation mark. That's their logo, guys. Let's not dig too deep into it. So this should be an interesting game. I'm guessing the Drow is going safe lane and is going to be babysitted by 2 supports. But in which case, Dragon Knight is really going to suffer early on versus Invoker 1v1 in that lane. And Beastmaster is not going to have the greatest time either. He might transition to the jungle sooner than we think. Whereas I really like Bendover's draft. They've got really powerful offlaner. I'm not sure about Timbersaw in the safe lane, but he was just such a good pick against this lineup, then you can't blame them for it. And KK Zor's Invoker is just always... I mean, I fear for the Drow. I just feel like Meteor Bob is gonna charge on the Drow with an Iron Shell on him into a Sunstrike, and that's a guaranteed kill every single time. The only person that has to be there literally 24/7 is the Abaddon to try and save that Drow. Because if you die 2-3 times in the first 5 minutes with a Drow, it's almost impossible to recover in a game like this. Give me a moment, guys. Apologies, guys. Not sure. They're having some internet trouble. Beastmaster. So, guys, thank you for those of you who are joining us already, and we hope to have many more. We are gonna have some exciting games. There might be some stomps, but we hope not. I mean, it's just traditional of all these tournaments to have stomps in the early phases. I mean, that's what a seeding system is all about. However, right now, I mean, I favored Bendover before the game because they're just that good, but after the draft I favor them even more. I hate this pick. One way of saying it. Yeah, Ara, we all hope the same. Don't worry, T King says. Captain speaking to captain. Respectful, guys. Nothing but except a Now I wonder with a team of Bendover's experience if they might be rushing towards areas. Since they know that Drow really can't come too far out, if they ward camps and restrict the pulls and Drow is forced to come anywhere around here, he could be dead. Oh, and Ara is losing his mind right now. KK Zor is... oh god, he's drawing. Not sure. Kappa Pride, guys. Yeah, it's okay, and Beastmaster has reconnected, and we could be good to go here. Hopefully, please. Pretty sure he's just checking his ping at this point. Ekisor and Ara very artistic. Oh, and there's Meteor Bob joining in. Signatures. Very nice. And here we go. We're good to go, guys. Sorry for the wait. And we are kicking off our CSL Dota 2 Ramadan Open. The introductions were done. Now just scrolling through some of the items. Standard-ish stuff. Oh god. Now Timbersaw is disconnected from the gate. Karma, I guess. And some crazy pings coming in. He's back, guys. Panda in disguise just buck wild with the pings. An early smoke picked up by Dendi, the witch doctor, and pretty interesting stuff. Extremers could be looking for a move here. Maybe get that early advantage they would need to make such a drought strat work. I'm not even sure I can call this a drought strat, to be honest, but I mean, Drow alone is strong enough to push down towers if she gets a good early start, so let's see what happens here. I'm curious to see where the smoke is going to be used. And a line is drawn. Looks to be... I mean, it looks to be like they're going to be contesting the rune. Very standard. Or they're going to be baiting using Happy. Lots of things telling Happy to come back, I think. Possibly. No smoke yet, just waiting on the high ground, right? And Bendover would be wise not to take this, even with a combo as formidable as Spirit Breaker with the Iron Shell. They're gonna see these four heroes, and I'm expecting them to back off here. Panda in disguise thinks about going in, and he's trying to back off now. He realizes the error in his ways. He's actually going in on the Drow. Dendi could be in trouble here with the double Iron Shell. They're probably gonna get this kill, and that's first blood. Really well played. I mean, that's pretty ballsy stuff. And now they're going in on Happy, and Abood and Happy looks to be going down here. This is chain feeding, guys. And they're going in for more. 1437 should be getting out of here alive. I mean, I don't think they can get this. Yeah, they're just doing some harass. And what a start for Bendover. I mean, they had no right in taking that fight, and they dominated it. So coming down to bottom, it's a solo Abaddon? Okay. Hub strats. And mid was the Timbersaw, not the KK Zor. KK Zor's Invoker actually went bottom, which is also fine, I guess. It makes more sense to have a Timbersaw mid anyway. And this is a nightmarish lane for this Dragon Knight. That's probably why they did the switch up. This is almost impossible. He's just gonna keep his reactive armor up, and he's just gonna take no damage from this guy. Meteor Bob solo top while Bandit in Disguise is jungling. Pretty hard jungle. I mean, they're playing it pretty greedy. They have Ara stacking and getting his own XP here and there. Each of their heroes are getting solo XP right now for Bendover, which is pretty good. Whereas Extremers are trying to do the same thing. I mean, aside from Drow, but you can't leave Drow alone. She'll just melt. Guys, I'm getting feedback that you can't hear the voice too loud. If there's any further issues, please let us know. We will adjust the mic. And Dendi goes down to Meteor Bob, playing like the Hamada of old. Going hard on Happy. He could actually take him out here. He can't push this far though. The TPs are coming in. Meteor Bob has to pull out. And the stun comes in, and it does bounce a few times. Meteor Bob could be in trouble, but Dendi is gonna be turned on here. Oh my goodness, this combo of Panda in Disguise and Meteor Bob are gonna get another kill here. Oh, Panda in Disguise misclicks and he gets stunned by Abood. What a save. Panda in Disguise could be in trouble here. They're turning on Abood, but Meteor Bob is gonna go down here. Not before he gets a kill. Oh my god. Abood could be in trouble here with exclamation mark coming in, and they do get the kill there. The very famous Ara coming in to help out, and oh my goodness, this is looking horrible for the Extremers. Happy comes in now, and Ara has no mana to get out of here, but I think Happy's has bigger problems to worry about, and he's gonna have to pull out. Well then, that's pretty even, but I mean the graphs are just gonna be one way so far, right? They're bound to be. So no scans used yet by either teams, and not a great start. And Drow goes down. Sorry, I missed that, guys. Drow goes down to the same combo that's been doing so much. This Darkseer Spiritbreaker combo that they first picked is just looking unbeatable right now.
Alright, what did I miss? So, I'm hearing some exciting noises from just across the room. How's it going, Rox?
Well, first of all, I thought the draft was looking pretty good for both teams until Extremers picked a Drow with barely any melee heroes. Barely any ranged heroes, which just doesn't make too much sense. And on top of that, Bendover are getting a hell of a start, to be honest. I mean, as you can see here, it's so early in the game, it's under 5 minutes, and they're diving the tier 1s for fun.
I mean, have the Extremers showed any good resistance so far?
Yeah, they're getting a kill or two here and there, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a massacre, because this combo of Spiritbreaker and Darkseer is too much.
Alright. Let's see how it pans out. I mean, it looks like Extremers have a Dendy on their side, but so far it's 10-3, and I mean, Bendover were never going to be an easy team
Dandy's
to beat.
dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Dandy's dead, boys.
in all fairness, right? Bendover were never going to be in an easy team to beat, and Extremers, I'm sure, expected from watching our previous tournaments that it's they have a big wall to break through here.
Yeah, I said it before the game. I said that Bendover are obviously heavy favorites, but when you add on top of that the fact that you lose the draft essentially on one pick, I mean, this draft otherwise is fine, but to go for a draw makes
So yeah,
little sense.
so that could be their weak link. I mean, let's see, 6 minutes. We'll see if Extremers will be able to pull anything off. Meanwhile, the other game, Known For versus the Bomb Squad, is currently being played. It started about 5 minutes ago, and we'll be keeping you updated with the scores. We only stream one game at a time, guys, and it's usually a selected game. Of course, we try and fit in all the teams, so Known Fours and the Bomb Squad's next games may be streamed, and we'll try to get that through. But for now, I hope you're enjoying the game with Rox. I'll be jumping in every once in a while to check in. Enjoy, Rox.
And thank you for that, Bombers. We are back. We are receiving little rumors, guys. Little rumors that in the other game... Oh, I just missed a kill. I'm sorry. I was about to give you very interesting news, but I'm gonna still give it to you just so it's not wasted. There's another kill by Timbersaw. I'm hearing rumors in the other game that the Bomb Squad have had a stand-in for one player that's missing, and he's a pretty famous stand-in. Maybe you guys have heard of him. Goes by the name of Attacker. So he's standing in for the Bomb Squad in the other game right now, and I could also tell you, funnily enough, that the first ban was Kunkka in that game, so I'm pretty sure most of us know who Attacker is and respect that reputation. And I mean, this is pretty one-sided so far. Pretty clean work by Bendover, not making too many mistakes. Yeah, they're getting a little overzealous at times, and that's why they have 6 deaths on their team, but you can't blame them. When you feel you have an early game advantage this strong, why stop? And they're gonna go for more here. Panda in this guy's posturing, and here comes Meteor Bob, and the Iron Shell comes on him, and Dendy is gonna go down here. The stun's not gonna be enough, and T-King has to get out of here. He knows he's in trouble too. He's trying to get out of there, but Ara comes in with a haste rune, and they're gonna get this too. Oh my god. Ara's going in for more. I mean, we have a Winter Wyvern chasing a Drow, everybody. Yeah. I mean, her farm isn't exactly terrible. That's okay. But not when the farm of the opposing carries is that high. They've been practically getting free farm, whereas Drow has to fear for her life every once in a while. It's pretty rough. KK's are having the most casual game of his life right now. Just keeping his Midas on cooldown. I'm thinking about making a move, but nothing's gonna come of it. And Witch Doctor here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pushing the mid, Timbersaw doing Timber things, just being a bully, basically. And they're coming in here, thinking about making a move. But they're all switching to go top, and as you can see, guys, Bendy knows what's coming. He's getting TP supports, but the TP's cancelled because they knew better, and they have to let Dendy go here. He's dead, and he knows it. They knew he didn't have a TP scroll, and that just... there was no way out of that. They seem to be thinking about making a move here. I don't know if they're strong enough to fight this, to be honest. Spirit Breaker almost gets outvoted. And 1437 comes in to get what little farm he can muster. They seem to be going on Timbersaw here, but the Winter's Curse flips it around and Happy goes down on his Beastmaster. Meteor Bob could pay for this, and there was a disconnect on the Invoker in the middle of all this. And trouble for the Winter Wyvern right now. Not bad by Extremer's point of view. The way things have been going, I mean, this was a lot better according to their most recent fights. And yeah, that was the Invoker disconnect. Looks like he's having some internet problems. And Dendy with the smiley face. Reborn Dota, guys. Yeah, I'm getting requests on Twitch chat to get Miracle as a stand-in for one of our games. We're already on it, guys. We are looking for any Middle Eastern player. Miracle, Yapzor. We're trying to contact them all, guys. We're rushing. So give us time and be hopeful. Otherwise, this game is pretty one-sided. Let's just take a look at the net worths, and it's, as you can expect, very one-sided. Actually, more one-sided than I thought with the net worths. And Panda in Disguise could be in trouble here. That bouncing cast does a lot of damage to him. And they are moving in, and a Death Ward is expended on him, and he's gonna go down here. I mean, you could take what you can get, right? And that's not too bad for Dendy, but Timbersaw thinks about making a move on Abood here. But it seems to settle down. And there's Winter Wyvern's AoE. He already has his Aether Lens, and he'll be happy with that. And the Bloodstone already on. Let's just call him that. That's what the exclamation mark stands for. What face? And they're going in on Dendy. He's gonna go down here. I don't think there's any way out of this for him. And he does go down, but they do. Oh! And he barely survives. He's gonna get out of that. Oh, Spirit Breaker just turns like, hello. They get the kill there, and they're moving in on Happy, and Happy looks to be going down here. Drow does come in and is doing decent damage, but she kills her own teammate at the end. Drow trying to turn on Panda in Disguise, but she's just switching targets at this point. Drow looks to be going down too, and this is a massacre under the tier 1s. Bendover really pushing the initiative, and they take out the Dragon Knight, and finally Abaddon. That's a 5-man wipe on 12 minutes exactly, guys, and needless to say, these graphs are gonna be, I mean, look at that. That's over a 12,000 gold league in a little bit over 10 minutes. So, pretty rough stuff. Pretty rough stuff. It does seem like this game has taken a turn for the worst. I mean, it didn't start great for the Extremers, but at this point, I mean, that start looked heavenly, according to what's going on right now. We might have an engagement here. They're thinking about making a move. And they do make a move on KKZor's Invoker, who does get saved by the Cold Embrace, and now they're fighting back. Timbersaw looks to be going down here, and he does go down. The Death Ward doing a lot of damage, and the Meteor does do some good counter damage, and the... Oh, what a turnaround by KKZor, and he's gonna get another kill there, and is he gonna get a... Wow, the Spirit Breaker moves in and gets another one. I mean, I think Drow could go down here if they wanted to push it, but they lose some in their turn. They get the 3 buybacks, and they're gonna pull out here. Meteor Bob does look to be going down as a counter kill. Are they gonna let him get away with this? Timbersaw is protecting his teammate and pushing up. Meteor Bob goes back in and does pay for it. That was a little bit too much. Timbersaw could get punished here. He should be. Oh, and he misses his Timber Chain, but they don't punish him for it. So Dendy looks to be pushing out. I mean, this is the most aggressive Witch Doctor I've ever seen. He's always in the front lines. He's always getting punished for it too, and he looks to be going down here to the Timbersaw. Wonder Timber Chain. They're gonna let Ara go here. I doubt they're gonna chase this, especially when the Timbersaw is right on the back of your neck like this. They try and switch to the Timbersaw, but at this point, I don't think there's any stopping him. That's just 25 armor in a team that just lacks any sort of magic damage. I'm not sure how you're supposed to deal with this. And Happy goes down after expending his roar. I mean, That's rough stuff, guys. So, where do we go from here? Not sure. Probably to the next game, guys. I don't see any way Extremers can stop this aggression at this point. I mean, every second Bendover get a chance to click on one of the dire heroes, they've done it already. And Meteor Bob's going in here, and he actually saves his ulti, and he takes out Dendy before he can throw out his cask. And Happy looks to be going down here too. Happy does go down. Meteor Bob could go down to the Drow, he does, but the Drow could be punished by the Timbersaw. Timbersaw is just cruising. He's cruising around their base right now. 28 armor. Drow is doing some decent damage, and he is thinking about switching to the Drow. The Sunstrike will miss, and he does go down. Well, that was a minor miracle, and he did play it a little bit sloppy, overly aggressive maybe. When I say he, I am talking about the Timbersaw. So signs of life for the Extremers, but I mean they're gonna need at least 3 more fights like that if they're gonna turn this game around. And KKZor not far away from his Aghanims. Just another 600 gold or so. Oh, and we have an engagement here. Cold Embrace does save him, and they try and Witch Doctor ulti through this. The Roar comes in to cover him. The Timber does take a significant amount of damage, but he can just regen and come back and join the fight. Whereas all the ults are spent for the Extremers, and now they just have to retreat. I mean, they're trying to do a turn on KKZor, and he gets saved by the Cold Embrace. I don't think they could take him down here. He's going to look to make it out. This Abaddon is just going buck wild. I don't think he can, and the Ice Wall is going to stop him in his tracks. They seem to be counter-initiating on Happy. Meteor Bob just teasing with the charge, and Timbersaw, you know, doing Timbersaw things. Chilling by your fountain. He's going to go down here. They try and save him, and the Winter's Curse actually turns the fight around. 1437 is gonna go down too. Crazy stuff. I mean, T-King, they call the GG at this point. I mean, you can't blame them. You can't blame them. It's been they've been boxers like on the ropes, taking punch after punch. Really well played by Bendover. I think Extremers will have to look at this draft and question how the Drow made it into it. Maybe it was a comfort pick. And yeah. So GG has been called, and the game is over. So we will be moving on to the next game, guys, and we will be with you shortly as we're prepping, and we will keep you posted. See you in a bit.